Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? It's Angela Anderson of Angela's Literary Cafe. And guys, Natasha Frazier is back at the cafe, guys. We're going to be talking about the Langston Sisters series. And of course, the latest release is The Wrong Seat. And myself and Natasha, we are representing on today, guys. We are wearing our The Wrong Seat
Natasha.
t-shirt. And let me just tell you guys, these are special made exclusive t-shirts done by none other than Midnight Ace Book Bar. We have to shout her out. Oh my goodness, guys, go to her website, www.midnightace.bookbar. She has some amazing bookish attires. Authors, oh my goodness, take a look at this shirt with this book cover, The Wrong Seat, as well. So you never know. Midnight, I'm sure she may have a room to fit you in and your new release as well. So thank you, Midnight, for our amazing t-shirts. Yes. Oh my God. So look, Natasha, you know I had to talk about these t-shirts, girl, because I love
know
mine.
they are so comfortable. I love it. I love it.
They are. They are.
Yeah,
Yes.
some really
Yes.
good
I love it.
material.
I love it. Yeah. Yes. Hello, Myra. Thank you for joining us today. Myra Cook is hanging out with us on today.
Hey,
Oh my goodness,
Mara.
guys. Veronica Lockett, she's hanging out with us on today as well. And guys, before Natasha introduces herself, you guys already know what to do here at the cafe. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down to the cafe and hang out with us today with Natasha Frazier. Hey, Deborah, how are you doing? Deborah King is hanging out with us on today as well. Now, Natasha, of course, you are no stranger to the cafe, my friend. But for those who may be new to you, introduce yourself to the people today.
Hello, everyone. I am author Natasha Frazier. I live in the Houston metro area with my husband and our 3 kids. I write devotionals, Christian fiction romance, and now romantic suspense. I've
Romantic
written, this is book
suspense.
17. Yes, book 17. So writing right now, working on book number 3 in the series, the third and final book, which is Layla's story. So excited about that. Uh, if you haven't read it, please pick up the book,
Look,
read it,
Natasha,
share it,
see,
review it.
look, Natasha, see, you coming in spilling the tea. You already letting the folks know that book 3 is on the way. So, guys, you got a little
Yeah,
time. Get book 1, The Reunion, okay? And then
right.
The Wrong Seat is a book
Hmm.
2. And Natasha just spilled a little bit of tea. She's working on book 3, Layla's story as well. And guys, and speaking of that, the series that we are talking about, it is called the Langston Sisters series. And so before we get into a little bit about The Wrong Seat, I'm going to ask Natasha to share with us what inspired the Langston Sisters series overall. And
Okay,
in
so
addition to the series, Natasha, this is you tapping into romantic suspense. So you can kind of add that in there too.
right. So after I finished the McCall family series, of course, loved it. That's about brothers. And so I wanted to do a series about sisters. And the idea kind of spinned off of my high school class reunion was coming up as I was trying to think of a storyline for Crystal. And I started thinking, what if something really crazy happened at the reunion? And so that's how we even came up
Yes.
with the title for that. And so in the reunion, not only is it her college reunion, but it's also a reunion between her and her ex-husband, and the reunion between her and her love interest, Marcel, who is her childhood best friend. And so that's what the
Yes.
series kind of kicks off.
I love that. So, guys, she done spilled a little bit of tea about the first book in the series, The Reunion. So, if you haven't read it yet, go and get that copy of that
Yes.
as well. Now, Natasha, I know that this may be a question that some of our readers are burning to know. Okay. Can they read it like out of order, or is it one of those series that they need to read book 1, book 2, book 3? Of course, we want you guys to read all the books, but if they just so happen to come upon The Wrong Seat first, will that be
Mhm.
okay?
They will, however, we do kind of talk a little bit about what happened to Crystal in book two. So it may be a little bit of a spoiler. However, you can read it out of
Okay.
order. I would suggest reading it in order just so we won't spoil it for you in the wrong seat.
Okay, look, Natasha, and readers got to read. She said this one sounds a little messy. Oh,
It
let me tell
is.
you, readers got to read. You, yes, if you have not read the reunion, grab your copy of that. And of course, if you haven't read The Wrong Seat, oh my goodness, Natasha, she laid it all out
Yes.
for us as well. Helen Gibson hanging out with us today. She said, I love this series, but I'm so wanting a full book
Oh,
on Daddy Langston. See, Natasha, they throwing some little hints in there. Daddy Langston, they want him to have his own story.
oh.
Tell us a little bit about Daddy Langston.
So of course, the father is the owner of Langston Brands, which is a luxury handbag company. And all of the daughters work in leadership positions at the company, and he has basically stepped away. And so in the reunion, we kind of see a little bit of him in a little bit exercising his power because of what happens with Crystal, because of the whole murder investigation. Sorry, that's a little bit of a spoiler. Um, they ask her to step away. And so again, in book
Okay.
two, we see more of him again because of the threats that Ava receives. He kind of steps in and hires a private security firm to look after her.
I
So
love
as
it.
of
I love it.
now, we
Now,
may not see too much of him in book three because we want that to be all about Layla and her journey. So everybody else, that's a little bit more tea.
see,
Everybody else is gonna taking a step back. We're gonna see a whole lot of Layla. It's all about her in book
I
three.
love it.
So
I love it. Now, see, guys, see, Natasha come to have some fun today, guys. We've been on about 5 minutes and she done spilt some tea today, okay? I
I
love it. I
have.
love it. I love it. Now, Natasha, you know we are super duper excited about the Langston Sister series. I know we have Tiff of Tiff's Happy Place that's hanging out with us on today. I know she's in love with this series as well. But can you share with us a little bit? Let's talk about this title. Okay, so guys, book one is the
Mhm.
reunion, okay? And then book two is the wrong seat. Okay, now first of all, Natasha, I see like a little pattern here. You got 2 words for the reunion. This one is 3 words. Is the next book gonna be 4 words, or it's just a coincidence?
We 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 don't even know. It's untitled right now. I have a name for it, but it's also the name of a movie. So I don't think I would use that title, and that's 2 words.
Okay,
So and I'm not,
gotcha,
I won't even say
gotcha.
it, but she hasn't told
Now,
me what
how
her
did
title
you
is yet.
for this series and the books in there? And you just told us with book three, it's
Mhm.
untitled. Her work in progress
Mhm.
right now, guys, is untitled. So we should know what the title is when she releases that information. But with the reunion and the wrong seat, how did you come up with those titles? Like, were you in the middle of writing? They just kind of hit you, or tell us a little bit about those titles.
Okay, so for the reunion, I built the characters first, Crystal and Marcel, and I told you about my reunion that came up, and that's sort of how the idea sparked for that one. But for the wrong seat, I'd actually had another storyline in mind, but it wasn't quite working. It had something to do with being on an airplane. Wasn't
Okay,
working out.
okay.
So, and about the seats on the plane. But this title, it actually didn't quite come together until I got to the end of the story because
Oh.
the wrong seat refers to her seat in the company, her position in the company, her space on the board. So that's where the
Oh.
wrong seat comes from.
Gotcha. And most people would think that it has something to do either with the airplane seat or a train ride seat, some type of
Mhm.
traveling seat. But
Yeah.
you actually said it comes with her place in the company. A little more tea,
Hmm.
guys. We're getting the
Yep.
tea today at the cafe. Okay, I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness, guys, we have a Paulette Brown hanging out with us today. Hey, Paulette, thank you for hanging out with us on today as well. Now, one thing, Natasha, that I want to talk about. Okay, now these covers are like amazing, guys. First of all, you got the reunion, you got the wrong seat, and they're both like dark covers with like this gold or this yellowy wording that's bold, but then like the backdrop is like so like suspenseful, even with the wrong seat. Tell us about these titles, about these covers, my friend.
Okay, so I had a designer to go and do them, and I gave him the idea because I wanted the words to be big, and I wanted it to look suspenseful. So I'm glad that you said that because that's what I
It
wanted. I
does.
wanted to give that whole suspenseful, ooh, what's kind of going on thing, you
Yeah.
know? So, yeah, yeah.
I
So the third
love
one will
that.
be a little similar as well. We're going to keep it in the family.
Yes. Look, Natasha, and again, going back to my girl Midnight, I mean, I would say she nailed it. She like nailed it with our little t-shirts. I love that. I definitely
Absolutely.
want to make sure you see this message from Helen. Oh my goodness. She says, I love the sisterly bond in this series, and romantic suspense is not easy to pull off, but Natasha does it masterfully. There
Thank
you go,
you,
guys.
Miss
There's a
Allen.
review about Natasha and her writing romantic suspense. So definitely go and check her out and check out this series as well. Now, Natasha, when a lot of times when we see things to describe your writing style, you talk about that you like to inspire readers one page at a time. Tell us a little bit
Mhm.
about that.
So what that means is not only do I want people to be entertained, but I want them to walk away being inspired in some kind of way because anybody can entertain you, right? That's one of the reasons we write. We want you to love the stories. I want you to love my stories, but I also want you to walk away thinking that okay, if God did that for them, then He can do whatever it is that's going on, in your life. He can do it for me as well.
Yes.
So that's a lot of times what I want readers to
Yes.
walk
I
away with,
love
having that
that.
faith. Hmm.
I love that. I love that. So, guys, there you have it. Author Natasha Frazier. She is bringing those stories to us that inspires readers one a story at a time. I love that. I love that. Now, Natasha, you told us a little bit about these amazing covers. We talked a little bit about the wrong seat, and this book, guys, it is book 2. As we told you, this is Ava's story. Okay, so this is the second
Hmm.
Langston sister. This is Ava's story. And it also is Zach's story. Can you share a little bit with us about, did you know that Ava would be next in the series? Like her story would be next. And what
Hmm.
came to you or inspired you to kind of hook her and put her and Zach together? Does that make sense?
Hmm. Okay, so yes, I knew I wanted her to be next because in book 1, Ava spends. We don't see a lot of her. We saw more of Layla, because Ava is
Mm-hmm.
out of the country in book 1. And so,
Uh-huh.
starting with that original storyline idea I had about her being in the wrong seat on the plane, it would make sense um, for it to be her because she is the one who had to travel back.
Right.
And of course, storyline didn't work. And when I did come up with the idea of what we wanted to happen to her, we needed a private security guard, right? We needed him to be
Yes.
handsome. We needed him to be somebody that she'd fall for. And there enters Zach. I just love Zach. He is my new favorite. Yes, and I think you guys will
I
love
love
Zach
that.
too. I'm telling you, he's smooth, he's handsome, he has this mysterious air about him. He's focused, he is
Yes.
all about his work. But Ava is the one who kind of, pulls him in, tugs on those heartstrings. So I just love it.
Yes. Look,
Mhm.
and speaking of Zach, okay, guys, I'm trying to get y'all a little bit of tea here. Speaking of Zach, Zach is determined to protect Ava. Okay, guys,
Mhm.
he's determined to protect her at all costs, but he got a second agenda because he's also trying to protect his heart. So can you
Mhm.
share a little bit of tea about that? Because a brother trying to protect the heart too.
Right. Okay. So Zach is a widower. About 5 years
Mm,
ago, he lost his wife, and he blames himself for what happened to her.
yeah.
And so, because of that, he sort of sheltered himself, both physically and emotionally. He came back. After that incident with her, he took the desk job at the company. Like, he was out of the field for 5 years. So this assignment is what pulls him out. And so, in more ways than one, we see Zach developing because now he's opening up his heart again and he's exploring, doing what he loves within his company again, too.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Mhm.
love that. I love that. Guys, if you are just joining us, we are hanging out with author Natasha Frazier on today, guys. This is book two, The Wrong Seat, in the Langston Sisters series. Natasha is hanging out with us. She's spilling a little bit of tea and she's giving you a little more insight on The Wrong Seat. So, of course, if you haven't done so already, be sure to like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down to the cafe and hang out with us on today as we talk with Natasha Frazier. In addition to that, if you have a quick question or comment for Natasha, put that in the comment section as well. We'll be sure to include you. Now, share with us a little bit about Zach's character and what you enjoyed with writing his character. Of course, we got to talk about Ava because this book is her story or what have you. But what did you enjoy about bringing Ava to life in this book, The Wrong Seat?
Okay, so with Ava, we explore that whole because she's a middle child, and so she
Mm-hmm.
has a lot of that middle child syndrome. She's
Mm-hmm.
experiencing that still as an adult,
Oh,
feeling like her sisters get more attention than she does. That the spotlight is always on them, and she doesn't get the recognition that she feels like she deserves within her family unit and within their company. And so she is trying to find her own place and she wants recognition for that. And that's sort of what spurs the story, because we open with her speaking with Miss Wertheimer trying to get a new deal for their
yeah.
handbags. And so that's kind of how things get started, because she's figuring, hey, I'm going to be the one to help save this company, because at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the reunion, they launched a new handbag, but none of that went well because of what happened with Crystal. So it's like, okay,
Right.
I can fix this. And so that so we explore that with her. So I
I
enjoyed
love
that.
that. I love that. Now, Natasha, when you think about, and you can either go with The Wrong Seats or you can go with both books that you've written so far in this series, The Reunion, as well. When you think about the characters that have been introduced to us so far in this amazing series, is there a character, and there may be more than one, that was like the most interesting or fun for you to write? And is there a character in this series, and for this one, if you can answer it for The Wrong Seat, that at moments gave you pause where you kind of had to sit with that character and say, okay, what are we trying to say to the people?
Mm, okay, the most interesting character is Layla. I love Layla's character, and
Okay.
even now I'm having fun writing her story,
Okay.
because she's sort of the funny one, the one with all the jokes, and she has these visions and things too. And I'll just give you a little bit more that is
Okay.
going to play a huge part in her story, her visions, and the
Oh,
dreams that
okay.
she's. So that's a little bit more for y'all. Um, I'd say probably Zach, because it took a
Okay.
while to kind of get into his head to try to figure out how he was going to grow. How was he going to get beyond that hurt and that guilt that he'd been holding
Yeah.
on to? Because he was holding on to it pretty tough. He even had
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
brothers kind of speaking to him. Ava even did her own speaking into him as well. Like, hey, you can't
Yeah.
hold on to that. Even your wife wouldn't have wanted that for you. And
Right.
you shouldn't
Right.
want that for yourself. You're going to have to make a choice to move
I
on.
I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about The Wrong Seat with author Natasha Frazier on today. And Natasha, we're gonna do something a little different here at the
Mhm.
cafe. We're gonna do a little bit of the wrong seat word association. So when I kind of say these phrases, I want you to share with us what is the first thing that comes to mind. So, guys, there may be a little tea spilling, maybe, I don't know, depending on how Natasha chooses to answer the wrong seat word association. Don't worry, we're gonna play this or that too, but we just want to give y'all a little something different with the wrong seat. Okay, so Natasha, first things up for the wrong seat: leather jacket.
Zach. Zach wears him in that leather jacket. Zach loves his leather jacket. And I really like, there's a point where Ava makes a joke about it when it's towards the end. So I won't necessarily tell you what happened. But she makes a joke about it. I was like, well, do I get a leather jacket too? It's cute. I love it. Yeah. He
I
loves that
love
jacket.
that.
He
I
wears it
love
all the
that.
time. It's part
Yes,
of his
yes.
character.
Uh-huh. Okay, next up. First name rule.
Ava. Yeah, because she asked him to call her by her first name. Yeah. Yeah.
And guys, you gotta read the book, and you'll know what we're talking about of why that was like so important. And Natasha, that scene was like priceless. You know, that whole eye thing, like, oh my goodness, I love that. I love that. Okay, luxury handbags.
Langston, but that's all the ladies. All the
Yeah,
ladies. Ava, Layla, and Crystal. Yes, that's
I
everybody.
love that. Security firm.
Zach. Zach and the brothers.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And the last one, word association. This was a little outside the box, but you can share what you want. Playlist.
Oh, oh, Zach and Ava. The playlist that I created, I feel like it kind of tells a story of their developing emotions regarding each other. So yeah, we'll say Zach and Ava.
I love that. I love that. Natasha, that was so fun doing the word association, the wrong seat edition. I love that. I love that.
Yes.
And guys, of course, y'all already know Natasha's going to give us a little snippet, enough to wet your whistles. While she's doing that, if you have a question or two for her, put it in the comment section. We'll be sure to include you as well. And Natasha, I'm going to allow you to set up the scene that you're getting ready to read for us.
Okay, so I am going to read, um, I'm going to pick up, and this is chapter 2, where Ava is in the hospital. She's just been poisoned. She's in the hospital. Zach found her and took her to the hospital. And her family is in there, and her father had, he's there telling her that, hey, I don't want to alarm you, but I've already taken steps to keep you safe. And she wants to know how he's done
Yes.
that.
Okay.
Lamont rose from his seat and glided toward the door. He poked his head outside and stepped back inside the room with the man from the restaurant. I know him, Ava said as the man followed her father into the room. He was even more handsome up close. She pointed at him. I saw you at the restaurant tonight. The man extended his hand toward her, swallowing her hand in his. I'm Zach Kingsland. An unfamiliar warmth engulfed the entire right side of her body. When he released her, the warmth was replaced with goosebumps and an emptiness she couldn't explain. Ava linked her fingers and rested them in her lap. Zach is the one who found you collapsed in the parking lot tonight. If it weren't for his quick thinking, you may not be here with us right now. How do we know he isn't responsible for what happened to me? Before the words left her lips, instinct told her he wasn't responsible, but she couldn't immediately discount him after everything Crystal had gone through. Zach crooked his head to the side and eyed her. She'd go so far as to say that he silently challenged her accusation. There was a certain warmth in his gaze that made her want to look longer into his chestnut eyes, but if she kept it up, things might have gotten weird. That's it.
And Natasha, look, they're giving you some scene love. Myra Cook says, oh yes, she loved that scene. Tips a Tippy happy place. She said she loved that scene as well. Guys, you just got a little snippet of the wrong seat. And of course, we will definitely be sharing with you of how you can get your hands on a copy of this amazing book, as well as the series, the Langston Sister series as well. And Natasha, before we go into a round of this or that, Deborah King wanted to know, how long does it take for you to write a book? Mhm.
It depends. Usually I can finish the first draft within a couple of months. It just depends on what's happening. I'm hoping to finish like the first draft of Layla's story by the end of June, but I have vacation planned and all of that. So we'll see how that goes. But that is definitely the goal. Gotta get it out while those words are flowing.
I love that. I love that. Now, Natasha, at any time when you're, especially with your series, and you're
Mhm.
working on a project or what have you, does other characters and other ideas start coming to you like, okay, this is a whole nother story, and you're like, no, 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 not now. And if that do, what do you do to kind of, at least get those other ideas out?
Okay, so you're pulling for information. So yes, and that happened while I was writing the wrong seat because that's how the Four
Oh,
Kings came about. So there will be a series on Zach's brothers and possibly a fourth person, his their cousin. So yes, after I'm done with this, I will start writing the Four Kings series.
I love that. I love that. And Natasha, I think one person had put that it's Miss Meyer Cook. She said you might have to do a story on the Zach's brothers. I love that.
It's coming.
See, there
It's
we go, Myra.
coming.
Zach
See,
brothers, we're
we're in
getting their
sync.
own series. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So guys,
And
I'm
we
excited.
already set
Here's
it
a
up
happy
at the
place. I know
end.
you out there.
So
Yes. Look, Natasha
mhm.
is spilling the tea on today. I love that. I love that. So excited for you, Natasha, as well. And of course, my friend, we gotta play around of this or that here at the cafe. Of course, right or answer. It is all things, guys, according to author Natasha Frazier. Natasha, are you ready, girl?
I am ready.
Okay. First up. Okay, so Natasha, it's starting to get a little warm, as they say, a little warm here in the side in the South. So, are you sunglasses or hat? Sunglasses or hat?
Both, depending on where I am. So on the beach,
Okay,
both. But typically just the sunglasses.
okay, okay. I love that. I love that.
Hmm.
And Natasha, let me just go back to because they are giving you love about that announcement about this new series as well. They're saying yay. Let's see, and someone said woohoo, yay! And of course, Tiffany out there, she's
Yep.
like yes. I love it. Okay, back to this or that. All right, we taking a trip. Natasha, are you more of relax and comfort, or are we hiking and grand adventures? What we doing? Relaxing and being
Relaxing.
comfortable, or
Yeah, we're relaxing. Yeah, the trip is for
Natasha?
relaxation. You can do that other stuff some other time.
Look, you seem very confident in your answer. Like
Yes,
Natasha is like, final answer. We relaxing and we gonna be comfortable on this trip, okay, on
right.
this
We're
vacation.
chilling.
I love it. I love it. Now, Natasha, I know that you have a workout regimen, all of that good stuff.
Hmm.
Are you more cardio or weights? Which one?
I prefer weights.
Oh,
Absolutely. I prefer weights, but I'm starting to do a little bit more cardio, trying to balance it out, but I
okay.
definitely prefer weights. Yeah.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay,
Mhm.
Natasha, are you more of a fruit bowl person or give you a smoothie? Fruit bowl or smoothie?
Fruit bowl.
Okay.
Hmm. I
All
prefer the
right.
fruits. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay, Natasha, audio book or ebook?
Ebook. No, I don't want
Okay.
anybody to read to me. I want to do my own reading.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Next up, Natasha. Now, of course, we need to know this one here at the cafe, my friend. Are you team coffee or team tea?
Coffee. Here, I had my coffee this morning in my little Olaf mug. Let me see, Olaf.
I love that. I love that. Natasha, and you are a fan favorite, my friend, but for your readers, if you could spill a little tea, what's something that most readers may not know about Natasha Frazier?
Mm. So you just talked about my okay. Angela did mention that I like to work out. So
Okay.
one day I do want to become a fitness instructor. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is this more like like the Zumba, all of that, or no, you want to actually have like a whole class and you got all that, or
Okay.
you just it doesn't matter. You just want to instruct.
Well, I do the Les Mills workouts, and so when you asked about the weight training or the cardio, so I like to do body pump, and body pump is the weight training, and so I
Okay.
want to get certified to be a body pump instructor.
So excited, guys. We
Yeah.
got a little bit of tea. And that is something that most of her readers don't know about her. I love that. I love that as well. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're hanging out with Natasha D. Frazier, guys. Her latest release in the Langston Sisters series is The Wrong
Mhm.
Seat. Book one is The Reunion. Both of these books are available, and we will definitely be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of these. But before we do that, Natasha has a giveaway on today, and I'm going to allow her to share with you what her amazing giveaway is going to be.
A $10 Amazon gift card for our lucky winner.
I love that. I love that. Okay. And of course, Natasha, you know how we do it here. We're going to go up and down the comment section, my friend. You're going to tell me when
Mhm.
to stop. And that person is going to be a winner of an
Mhm.
Amazon gift card. I love that. And Natasha, I am ready when you are. So tell me when to stop.
Okay, stop.
Okay. Helen Gibson, you are the winner, my friend. So if you will send me inbox me your email information, I will definitely get this over to Natasha. So we make sure that you get your winnings for that as well. So congratulations. And thank you so much for hanging out with us
Congratulations.
on today as well. Congratulations. Yes. Okay. So Natasha, they want to know. And there are lots of places that they can get them a copy of The Wrong Seat, as well as in case they want a copy or need a copy of The Reunion. Can you share with us how can we get our hands on a copy of this amazing story?
So yes, autographed copies can be purchased from my website, natashafrazier.com. The ebook can be purchased from Amazon, and paperbacks can be purchased online anywhere books are sold.
I love that. I love that. Guys, there you have it. You can get a copy on Natasha's website. You can order the autograph copies of The Wrong Seat as well as The Reunion. Of course, you can go to Amazon. Also, guys, Riches and Reading Indie Bookstore, www.richesandreading.com.
She has
She
copies
also
too.
has copies of Natasha's books as well, The Wrong Seat and The Reunion. And we'll definitely make sure that we put those things in the comment section so you can go back and see where you can purchase these amazing copies. And of course, once you
Mhm.
read this series, once you read any of the books in this series as well, guys, definitely leave Natasha a review. I know she would be so appreciative of that as well. Now, Natasha, you told us how of the reunion, how you can copy The Wrong Seat. Now, please share with us how can we stay connected with you?
Yeah, so my Facebook page, author Natasha D. Frazier, on Instagram, on Instagram as well, author underscore Natasha D. Frazier. Definitely my website, natashafrazier.com. So that's where you can get more info about me, find out how to connect with all of my social media on there as well.
I love that. I love that. And Natasha, on your website, is there a newsletter that they can sign up for as well?
Absolutely. You'll get the pop up once you go to the website, natashafrazier.com.
I love that. I love that. Guys,
Mhm.
go follow her on social media. Definitely go to her newsletter. Go to her website, sign up for her newsletter
Mhm.
as well. I know that she, again, will be so appreciative of that as well. Follow her on social media. She is on Facebook. She's on Instagram. She's even on TikTok. Guys, follow her over there as well and find out amazing things about The Wrong Seat, about the series as a whole. She shared with us a little bit earlier that Layla story. She is working on that, so it should be coming soon. I know that we are excited about that as well. Natasha, the time goes by so fast, friend. I have had an amazing hanging out with you today, hearing more about The Wrong Seat. But I want to allow you to have the last words of what you want to say to the people on today.
Also, thank you guys for dropping in and hanging out with us and showing your love for the Langston Sister series. If you have not read it, please read it, review it, share it with your friends. If you have read it, please leave a review. If you haven't, share it with people you like, those you don't like. It doesn't matter. Let's get this book into the hands of the people. I appreciate y'all so much and thank you for your support.
I love that. I love that. Guys, that is our show on today. Thank you so much for watching us. Like we said, be sure to follow Natasha Frazier as well. Guys, if you're watching over on YouTube, and thank you so much for watching on my YouTube channel, Angela Anderson. YouTube, subscribe. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching us live on Facebook, thank you so much for watching us on Facebook as well. And if you would like to send stars, I'm always so appreciative of when you guys send stars. Look down in the comment section. There is like a little shooting star. If you're on Facebook, feel free to send stars, as many as you want. If you have sent stars during this broadcast on today, thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, I'm so appreciative of that. You can follow me here on Facebook. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me over on Instagram. I do a little TikTok as well, too. Thank you guys so much. We're always appreciative of that. If you haven't, go out, get your copy of The Wrong Seat as well, as well. So you will be right on schedule for the third book, which is Layla's story as well. So as we always say, guys, have an amazing day, because we're in a minute. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. See you later. Get a copy of The Wrong Seat.